your new contract you signed, and just the growing importance of this GM role. And Texas Tech made a commitment to you this offseason, and you signed a deal that's been reported to be in the millions of dollars. I won't ask you what it is on the spot, but I did want to ask and ask about that process. What is that? What's that process look like with Coach McGuire, with the administration at Texas Tech, when everyone in the country wants you to be their GM and you decide to stay there in Lubbock? How does that go down?
Man, it's because of the people in Lubbock, because of the people in the community around my children and the people I work with. Man, turning down the Notre Dame job was hard. Man, you walk in there, you see Marcus Freeman. This guy's like a rock star.
Yeah.
Like, this guy's a rock star. He has like a glow about him when he walks in the room or whatever. And man, you can just tell why he's so successful. But man, we had unfinished business here. We had just signed like 85% of what became the number one portal class in the country. And man, I came here to do something that had never been done at a program before. At this program before, we've never even been to the Big 12 championship before. And man, I wouldn't have been able to sleep at night if I hadn't accomplished that mission with Coach McGuire. I should. People are gonna have many times to take other jobs and opportunities. You're not gonna have a lot of times, a lot of opportunities to make history. So that was big for me. That was big for our coaching staff. And again, it goes back to the people I work with, and man, the administrators, man, the AD Kirby Hocutt I work for, and the head coach I work for, Joy McGuire.
Yeah. What's the most chaotic 24-hour stretch you've had as a GM?
Oh, man, just portal season, man. Like, man, because it's so unregulated. So a guy gets in, and it's like you see it on Twitter. You're yelling at somebody on the computer. Is he in the system? Is he in it? Okay,
yeah.
Who's agent? You get on the phone with the agent while you're watching the film, pretty much. Like, golly, that's a good play. Yeah, I just watched this play versus so-and-so. Man, I love this kid. Yeah, can we get him out here tomorrow? And I mean, it's just a whirlwind. And then you look up and 48 hours later, the kid's committed. You just watched this film, 2 days ago. It's absolutely ridiculous. But I love it, though. I'm a psychopath for that. I love it.
Yeah. How do you balance needing to move fast in portal season, but while making sure you don't miss? Like, I think there's so many things when you recruit a high school prospect, you have all this time to gather information on them, and you can see how do they handle themselves on a Zoom call with the head coach, how do they handle themselves in injury history. You get to see them at camp. Yep. Where I heard I have a story of during my brief coaching career, we took a transfer lineman who I was fired up to get, former 4-star, thought it was a huge get. We got him in 48 hours. You know how it is.
Yeah.
And he gets on campus, and I found out he's got like a serious neck injury that we never called his trainer to find out if he had any injuries. And it's just stupid things that you're like, how did you not know that before you took the kid? But you're just excited in the moment to get the guy, right? How do you balance the two of having to move fast?
Man, just doing as much homework as you can. Like I said, we're already, breaking down guys, looking at the 2 deeps, the starters for guys. Googling any injury history, watching FCS tape. I mean, everything. You just, 80% of the work that you do in this process is going to be for nothing because the guys aren't going to get in. But, man, you stick to the process and you do the work. And, man, that 20% is where you make a big difference. Like I said, I told somebody before, man, me and my staff probably watched like 800 guys, like set and grade 800 guys, watched like 3 game tapes on like 800 guys. And 80% of them did not even sniff the portal. But that 20% that did, we already had grades, we had already watched tapes, we had already been monitoring their injury history. So while everybody else trying to run it by the DC and the OC and see if they like them, it's like, yo, this guy grades out as a starter, this guy grades out as an NFL guy, let's roll. We don't need to talk about it. Let's go.
Yeah, just all about moving fast.
It's all about moving fast. Man, that's why Amazon took over, the world. People thought, people will never switch from a mail carrier. Amazon said, watch this.
Yeah. How much do you prioritize high school coaches still in the whole equation, especially in the rise of 7-on-7 and trainers? Are you still calling high school coaches and incorporating them in the process?
100%. Nobody's going to know the kid from a mental perspective, character perspective, better than the high school coach, other than, his mother or his father. Their evaluations and yours may be different because I'm looking at it from a lens of what he's going to be 4 to 5 years from now. They're looking at it from a lens of maybe what he's doing for them right now, that second. But the character evaluation, man, it's invaluable from those guys.
Yeah. Yeah. What's a transfer portal story that still haunts you, or a recruiting story? Any big losses? Anyone that you're like, man, I can't believe we didn't land him?
Man, lost Calvin Simpson Hunt a couple years ago to Ohio State. Mark Pantone killed me with that. He broke my heart. He was
Come
committed.
on, Mark.
Ended up being, man, a guy had him committed when he had no offers, no stars. Man, Mark goes and man, send somebody down there to see him during the spring. We have a battle. He stays committed to us all throughout the summer, and then man, he becomes like the number 2 corner in the nation and flips to Ohio State and breaks my heart. Breaks my heart. Man, Mark, I still haven't forgiven you for that.
Those are tough, man. I mean, because again, fans I don't think realize you probably spent years on that kid, right? Years on him trying to get him.
Oh God, so much time on that kid, so much time in his family. You know, it's no hard feelings. I understand it's the business, but man, it is a gut punch whenever you're man waist deep in it. You're like, I'm in this thing. I'm in a war right now, and man, sometimes it just doesn't go your way.